behalf of my wife, Donna, and Jay and Gail Hodge, we welcome you to this wonderful celebration of our wonderful children. And I just want to say a couple of words. I could actually say a lot of words about these two great individuals.
I know. Keep going. Begin.
Well, I'll start at the beginning. So, the Johnson kids in general are some of the most persistent kids I've ever met in my life. And Layla is as persistent as any one of them, if not more so. She knows the story a little bit. I'll share it with you. She was just a very, very happy surprise in our lives. And when you're in a relationship with
That's it, Howie.
I just talk fast, which is easy to do too. But when you're in a relationship with someone for a long period of time, as my wife and I have, and when Layla came to us, sometimes your spouse or your partner.
He keeps dying.
So, and I'm sure Layla's learning this too. So sometimes, you communicate, you talk to your spouse, and if you're a spouse like me, you shake your head, your eyes glaze over, and you say, yeah, I understand. So I was driving on Chagrin Boulevard, and my wife called me, and she said, oh yeah, the doctor confirmed X amount of months or weeks pregnant. And I swear, and I still remember this. It was like I was having a Juan Carlos Williams out of body, out of spirit moment where my soul was levitating over my body as I was driving down Chagrin Boulevard. I'm like, well, what did you just say? And she said, I told you this morning I was going to the doctor to confirm if I was pregnant. And I'm like, And so it began. And it's by no stretch of any imagination. It's not that she was not wanted. In fact, she was greatly wanted. She was just such a real big surprise. And she's been surprising me ever since then, too. It's fitting that this morning, at 4 o'clock in the morning, the rain was coming down hard. And it's very similar to the same exact rain that fell with the same intensity the morning that she was born. So I knew today was going to be a great day. Layla's middle name is Kahalani, which in Hawaiian means dew from heaven. And she's sweet, she's clean, and she cleans my soul on a daily basis just by being her. She's one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. And I say that, and it's not like she's trying to be funny. Her observations, her ability to pull the truth out of someone is uncanny, and most of all, that she likes to laugh at herself. So I'll also say this about Layla. She's one of the most inquisitive people I've ever met. She is constantly doing a Q&A with somebody like me especially, and they can be embarrassing sometimes. But she demands the truth, and I do my best to be honest with her. And I'd be remiss if I didn't say anything about this great young man that is now my son-in-law. And again, this is coming from a twisted dad's mind. So when Layla texted me a couple of years ago that she started dating this guy named Peyton, and I think she sent me a picture of him. And I was like, wow, he looks pretty athletic. What does he do? And she said, he works out, he plays club baseball for the Ohio State University. And again, the twisted type that I am, I don't know if it's my upbringing or just maybe I was being a self-defensive dad. I was like, yeah, he looks pretty big. I think she told me how tall he was and approximate weight. But I'll bet you he can't last 3 minutes on the mat with Tyler. Who was granted, he probably weighed about 60, 70 pounds more than Tyler, and Tyler would have had his hands full, even without any wrestling skills. But the first time I met Peyton, it was I think it was a lunch in the spring, maybe around Easter time. We went down to Columbus, and I found him to be such a warm and gentle and caring person. And I saw even at that early part of their relationship how much he really loved and cared for her. So I was kind of sold on him. A couple months after that, my brother was going through his like 5th or 8th breakup with some person. We were moving furniture. So we were moving furniture. We were moving furniture from my brother's house, and Peyton was up, so Peyton was helping, and if you haven't noticed, Peyton's got the arms of the wingspan of a pterodactyl, right? And so these are like lifting things that would take 2 or 3 people, good-sized people, to move. And he said, oh yeah, I went on a move like I did with my dad. So I'm like, I said, oh, and so I like to make up my own songs. And I said, oh, look, Layla's marrying a mover, Layla's marrying a mover. And I wonder if you heard me, and I was just, and I thought, man, I hope not put too much pressure on this kid. But, and we've been up here, and one thing I want to thank Layla and Peyton for too. So I have 4 kids. Thankfully, these guys are only 14 hours away. The rest of them are like, time zones away, international date zones. So we get to see Layla and Peyton a couple of times a year, which really is just, it's good for my soul. But observing these folks as they're getting ready for the wedding and they're planning. My brother asked me 2 weeks ago after we came back from Labor Day weekend, he's like, how's Layla and Peyton doing? They get ready. So I said, they have a list for making lists. And Mark said the same thing that I think. It's like, they didn't get Mark said it, he said, well, obviously they don't have our genes. Because that's not our modus operandi. But just watching them prepare and they really do their homework on everything, and yet at the same time, it's very collaborative. They seek each other's opinion, feelings, and look for a common ground that they both agree on, which I think is just phenomenal. So I'm in a good place, they're in a good place, and I know they're going to get to better places. And I I won't go much further than this, but just to end it with this. So it's about 15 months ago, 16 months ago, my two oldest children were getting married in Hawaii, and which was a wonderful experience. And we're in our Airbnb. Layla and Peyton stayed with us, and I hear some talk from around the corner or the hallway, and I just hear my wife say, just, ask your dad or something. So Layla comes barging into the kitchen area, and we're sitting at the island, and Layla says, and I know immediately, the way she comes in, it's like, here it comes again, and just question. So, she's like, Mom told me to come here and talk to you about this. So I said, okay, what's up? Well, what's all this medicine? I said, what do you mean all this medicine? She said, she's got it. And I'm like, she said, well, what's this? I said, it's an aspirin. I take an aspirin a day. That's good for the heart. What's this? And that's the Lipitor. That's good for heart too. I have high cholesterol, blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, well, what's this? And it's so. So I said, oh, that's Cialis. When you get old, your plumbing gets screwed up and you have a hard time getting an erection. So typical Layla. She's like, oh my God. I look at Peyton. Peyton's head is down. Grin on his face. And I say, she is going to constantly be asking you questions. And he's like, yeah, I know. The moral of the story is keep on asking the questions, keep on searching for the truth. It's hard to find, sometimes it'll gross you out, but I love you very much.
First of all, I'd like to take the time to thank everyone for coming out to such a joyous occasion. Start. There are so many of you who have traveled here to be here today, out of state for Layla and Peyton, and for this we so appreciate you. For those who don't know me, my name is Kanani, and I am Layla's older sister. I'm actually her only sister, okay? There was only supposed to be one girl in the family, okay, as we all know. But I'm happy she's here. I was actually 15 years old when Layla was born. So you know the age difference of how, we are. Don't guess how old I am, because you'll never guess. Oh, see. Layla is such an outgoing person, and whomever has come across her knows that she's the sweetest and most caring woman. I love that she's very outspoken, and I know that I can call her, and she'll always tell me the truth. When I've walked around and talked to people upstairs, outside, they all tell me the same thing about Layla, that she always talks about me. And I knew she did, she's always like, I do have a sister, but yeah. I'm just like, oh, wow, thank you. And so I love that she's, that she does talk about me, even though we're so far apart, So I actually just met Peyton for the first time last year in March. Okay. No, I know, that's his friend. So I knew that Layla was bringing him over. So this is my second time being with him, and you know, you're amazing. And I know you love my sister as much as I do. I probably was mean to you too at first. But I guess that was, like the older sister, coming out. But if you can, if you can stand up to me, then, okay, I know you'll do great in this family. So our parents they always welcome everybody into their house with open arms. Our parents have taught us how to love, respect, among other things. But they just celebrated their 30th anniversary just recently. And we are so lucky. I said 38th. I said you celebrated your 38th. Okay. So we are beyond lucky to have such a solid example of what true love looks like. They have shown us through the good and the bad that if you stick by each other's side, love can conquer all. And I really do wish you guys the best of everything, because we have awesome parents. So I'll make this short and sweet. If we can please raise our glasses to the happy couple. I want to wish you guys many, many happy years, joyous memories, and know that I am always here, and I will fly wherever you guys are, wherever my sister is. Okay, but I will always be here for the both of you. Welcome to the family, Peyton, and I love you, Layla.
You got this.
Oh, man. I'm Tyler, by the way. I'm Layla's one of her older brothers. She's my little sister. Oh, man, I don't want it. I'm just so happy. I got no control, I'm sorry, but I just love her so much. Even though she's my younger sister, I think she's more mature than me. When my mom was still getting the shower ready because I couldn't get the dials right, too hot, too cold, Layla was doing that before me. And I was like, dang, I gotta be able to do that, I was like, man, I'm older. I was like, I gotta be able to do that kind of stuff. And I looked to my older brother and sister. I looked to Layla for examples, for models, because they're such good people. And when it comes to love and relationships, they give good examples as well. And I'm so happy that she found Peyton, because he's such a great guy. He's a workaholic. In the best of ways, but love is some work as well. And so I'm happy that he's gonna put in that much love and time into my little sister. Because I can't love her all the time like that, you know? Like, so she's gotta have someone strong and dedicated and committed to her like that. So to me, that means so much that someone's gonna give her that time and that love. And I just look forward to seeing what they bring, the more love they bring and everything. So I'm just so happy. As you can tell. And that's all. I just want to say I love you guys so much. Thank you.
I can't follow anything like that up, so I'm already getting emotional. It's the whiskey. All right, so I just want to start off by saying good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you are enjoying this very special night. Don't the bride and groom look beautiful tonight? On their behalf, I would like to thank everyone here for making their way to the lovely wedding. Whether you have traveled across the country or just across the road, the day wouldn't be what it is without you here to celebrate it too. It is such a pleasure to be here as Peyton's best man tonight. All right, sorry. For those of you who know me, my name is Javier or Javi. But for most people here tonight that don't know me, you may never see me again. You'll probably end up calling me Jose or Juan. Because that's what everybody does. The funny part about that is when I tell them my real name, they'll end up saying, "Oh man, I was close. I know I had a J in there." I want to begin by saying what an honor it is that I was chosen to stand up here today. I am beyond grateful that I get to share this moment with you all tonight. When I found out I was going to be Peyton's best man, my reaction was a mixture of, hell yeah, and oh crap. I say oh crap because I had to realize that I had to stand up here tonight and give a speech to everybody. They call me the Floyd Mayweather of public speaking. Not because I'm one of the best at it, but because I always struggle to read out loud in front of a bunch of people. Today, Junior. My speech will be pretty average and to the point. I had a few jokes on here that some of you may not get, some of you will. But just bear with me. We'll get through this together. Trust me, I'm tired of hearing myself talk already. So Peyton asked me to say a few nice things about himself. And, and to keep the speech PG. He knew better than to trust me on my own and give a speech in front of all his family, in-laws, friends, and co-workers all in attendance. So here we go. Peyton is one of the funniest, strongest, smartest, most Peyton, what's that last word? Say, I can't read your handwriting. But honestly, Payne is a great guy. Jay and Gail, you guys did an awesome job raising Payne up. You guys made him the man that he is today, a hardworking man. He is so caring, nice, and helpful to others. It's almost as if he worked at Publix or something. Which, if you guys didn't know, he did. Dean and Donna, I'm sure you figured this out already, but I can assure you that Layla's in great hands. I could tell that Layla was a special person to Peyton. It wasn't because of all the Facebook pics or Snapchat videos that they posted on a daily basis. Well, kinda. It was because they always seemed to be enjoying each other's company while doing so. I could tell that Peyton was happy. I forgot where I left off. Whenever Peyton came down to visit in Florida, I would ask him, "So when are you going to propose?" I would get the typical Peyton answer, which was a shrug that followed, "I don't know." He may not have known the exact time or place, but I could always tell that it was on his mind. A few years later, and here we are. Now I would like to share a story of how our relationship started. I first met Peyton on a baseball team during our junior year of high school, about 8 years ago. We didn't really talk much at the beginning of the season. I was told by other teammates that Peyton was a rule follower, that he was very focused on the game, very strict at practice, and refused to let anything fun happen in the dugout. Which, if you know Peyton, he has carried most of these qualities throughout his life. They would make him sound more like a parent rather than a typical teenager. I was the complete opposite person at that time in my life. I think that's why we didn't click right away. I think at first we may have shared a few things about sports. I would say a couple of jokes here and there that would occasionally give him a smirk at, but nothing too crazy. All that changed on April 16th, 2011, as I was walking to one of our baseball games. You guys are probably thinking, wow, what a great friend to actually remember the exact date. But honestly, it popped on my Facebook memory, so I just went along with it. Seriously, though, I was making my way on the side of the road to Ed Smith Stadium carrying only my glove when I suddenly saw a 1997 Isuzu Rodeo, my bad, SUV slowing down next to me and heard someone screaming, "Hey, do you need a ride?" My first instinct was to say, "Nah, I'm good. I can walk the rest of the mileage that I have left." But Payne refused to let me walk the quarter of a mile distance there. I remember him listening to rap music when I first got in the car. And it honestly caught me off guard. I thought Payne would have been more of a Katy Perry or LMFAO type of listener, which I found out he later was. I specifically remember, though, that he offered me sunflower seeds and asked me if I wanted to listen to anything on his Zune. Which, if you guys don't know what it is an MP3 player that I was actually stolen out of his locker room at the gym at UFit. He was very upset that day. I wasn't used to such hospitality from someone I barely even knew. I could tell that he was raised upright. I'm sharing this story with all of you today because if it wasn't for that moment, I may not have been up here tonight. I'm glad I got into the car that day. because it started an awesome friendship. One that I never saw coming. I was raised without a father, and I was the oldest of three. I never really had a true best friend growing up. I was having to worry so much about working and helping my mom, who she did everything for us growing up with 3 jobs. I just remember when Peyton was my friend that he would do everything possible to hang out with me. Whether if it was going to UFit almost in the middle of the night, knowing that we had school the next day, just to get a lift on. Or if it was from going to crappy Rays games that he would pay tickets for. Peyton and I have made some pretty awesome memories, and we each introduced new people into our lives, most of who are here tonight. Unfortunately, some of them couldn't make it here tonight because a year in advance invitation wasn't enough time for them to plan accordingly. Or because their job had inventory month, as they couldn't get out of it. But Layla is someone that I've come to care for over the years, and I'm happy that Payne found someone to share the rest of his life with. She is an extraordinary woman. I would call her a saint for having to put up with this man. Hell, if you agree to be with someone to watch Rays and Bucks games for the rest of your life, you pretty much would have to be an angel. I would think it's funny when Layla calls Payne a psycho. Because I'm pretty sure some of us here can relate with her. But if anyone told me that Payne would find a woman who loves reality TV show, baked sweets, traveling, and Ohio State as much as him, I wouldn't have believed them. Yeah, here she is. You two are gonna have a quieter life together, and I can't wait to be able to watch it. Something I always hear and go by is you don't marry the person you can live with. You marry the person you can't live without. Payne and Layla, before I finish, I would like for both of you to face each other. You are now looking into the eyes of the person who is statistically most likely to kill you. Congratulations to the bride and groom.
Hey everybody, Layla and I would just like to say we're so grateful that you guys are here. A lot of you traveled from really far, or some of you right down the street, and regardless of your travel distance, we're really glad that you're here and able to celebrate with us and meet some of our family and other friends that are from out of state. And Layla, would you like to say a couple words?
If I could survive through this. No, Peyton and I just talk about Peyton and I truly have the best family and friends who traveled here to be here with us. And I got a new sister and new parents, and Peyton got crazy new siblings, sorry. And we're just so blessed with the family that we have and the friends that could be here with us that traveled. Peyton invited like the entire state of Florida, and they they still showed up. So I guess he proved me wrong, which is really awesome that so many people just are part of our story together. So it means a lot, and we appreciate you being here. And I'm done.
Thank you all.